Hello, beloved and precious people. Welcome to the channel. I hope you're doing well. In this video, I want us to look at the relevance of the fall of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. In other words, what did the fall of Adam and Eve mean for the human race going forward? Now, recall that God's purpose in creating human beings was to use them to establish a forever enduring kingdom and civilization whose dominion is founded on truth, justice, righteousness, and holiness, just as he had used the angels to do inside heaven. This was God's plan for humanity going forward, and it had humanity's best interest, welfare, and hope for the future intact. But after Adam and Eve fell in the Garden of Eden, shifting into the evil dark side and becoming evil in nature, God's original plan was essentially ruined. It was ruined this way since human beings who were the centerpiece of God's plan now stood squarely in the hands of Satan, who is Lord over all who bear an evil nature. For remember, God is established in goodness and is far separated from evil. This therefore makes Satan the highest authority over all those that are subscribed to evil, and this means that he can do with them as he pleases. So after stealing mankind from God's hands by making them evil in nature, Satan had very different plans for man. Now, Satan's agenda and plan for the human race was selfish and anchored on evil. Due to this, it did not have humanity's welfare and interests in it, nor did it bear any hope for a bright future for mankind. For when Satan looked at the human race with his evil gaze, he just saw them as newly obtained subjects and objects, through which he could achieve all that he had failed to achieve inside heaven. For remember, while in heaven, Satan was an angel called Lucifer, who wanted to steal the angelic civilization from God's hands through military might, that he may be exalted as the Most High over them, so as to obtain worship from them and exact authority over them. But Lucifer failed to achieve this evil goal after being defeated by God's army inside heaven. So after having successfully stolen mankind from God in the garden, Satan wanted to achieve this failed, obsessive, selfish goal, this time around using the human civilization. For he had failed to achieve it amongst the angelic civilization in heaven. But even beyond this, Satan wanted to use human beings as pawns for exacting vengeance against God, for condemning him and his demons to hell and the lake of fire. For Satan reasoned that if he could ruthlessly destroy God's beloved human beings, whom God had created in his own image, through sin, wickedness, and demonic oppression while on earth, eventually bringing them down into eternal hell with himself. Then in doing so, Satan reasoned that he could exact sweet revenge against God by bringing down humanity into the same hell and lake of fire that God had custom made for him and his demons. So this evil plans that Satan had for mankind after conquering them through the fall spelled doom and destruction for the human race. For unlike God, who is good and whose plans for humanity had welfare and hope for humanity's future, Satan's evil plans to use humanity as the subjects of his evil kingdom and as objects of exacting vengeance on God were essentially plans to destroy humanity and doom them to hell forever. So now, human beings who were originally poised to become like demigods on the earth were all of a sudden degraded and reduced to mere subjects of Satan's evil kingdom, and as his objects, whom he would destroy through sin, wickedness, and demonic oppression as vengeance against God. And when done with destroying them on earth, Satan would throw them in hell, to be tortured and destroyed eternally together with him and his demons. So the fall of mankind essentially spelled doom and destruction to the welfare and future of human beings. Because of this, human beings are born into the world with an evil nature. And once in the world, Satan, the prince of the world, conforms them to evil through his demons, making sure that they grow up to become the loyal subjects of his kingdom who do his will and perpetuate his agenda while on earth. And in the process, Satan destroys them mercilessly through sin, wickedness, addictions, demonic oppression, disease, etc. as vengeance against God, all the while obtaining worship through their wicked practices. And when it is done, then, to hell they go.
Thanks for watching the video. I hope it has quickened your heart with understanding. I'd like to ask you to subscribe to the channel, press the bell notification so that you may get alerts every time we upload new videos. Don't forget to like the video, drop your comments, and also share the video on your social media. You can also support the channel to help us continue doing what we do to the glory of Christ. Shalom, Maranatha.